Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Island Tea. It is June 24th. It is the festive week here in St. Kitts with fringe events, the music festival that starts on Thursday until Saturday. We know persons are coming home to enjoy the festivities. So for those of you coming home, there's lots to do, lots to see, lots to enjoy. Bring an extra friend, I would say, so you can get them to book a last minute ticket on one of the airlines that service the island. Bring them on in. So I like to start the Monday mornings with shout outs. So for everyone that's listening to us in the diaspora, in the international diaspora, let me say that, the regional diaspora, and in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Good morning. So, good morning, Carla. Good morning, Mr. McMahon. Good morning, Gowan. Good morning to Beatrice Richardson. Good morning, Javan and Dennis in NY. Good morning, Miss White. Miss Nisbet Richards. Good morning, Mommy. Calvin Burke, good morning. Rusty, good morning. I miss hearing your voice so much. Burl Jones. Livingstone from Montserrat, good morning. Chev Mishi calling, good morning. Annette Frank, good morning. Eric Duport, good morning. Roberto Chapman, good morning. Good morning, Miss Brisbane. Good morning, Miss Wall. Good morning, Lyndon Williams. Good morning, Miss Marguerite. Mr. and Mrs. Isaac, good morning. Fidel, good morning. Boxer, good morning. Skeeter Mills, good morning. I know Skeeter Mills listen to us over there in the international diaspora. Schneid, good morning. Sharon, Yulana, Jermaine, Kevin, Brian, Levy, good morning. Diana L and Diana H, good morning. Brent, Elder, Jam Down, Dumpling, KM, Mr. Coffee. How could I forget Shine Millions, Trent, and Javale over there in Miami? Good morning. You can't hear my invisible co-host this morning because his mic is not working just yet. There's something wrong with the board. So I hope that is sorted as soon as possible. And as we await the arrival of the good chap AZ, I will just get into an article. We know it's a a really hot summer. So there are some things that we can do to ensure that we keep cool during this time, stay hydrated, and make it through the summer. And I always recommend us wearing sunscreen. I know some people might say, oh, we are of this color, but it doesn't matter. Let's protect ourselves. The protection was made and given to us. Why not use it? So this article comes from Loop, and it says, beat the heat with these 5 refreshing foods. And it reads as follows. As the mercury rises and the days grow longer, finding ways to stay cool becomes a top priority. While staying hydrated and seeking shade are essential, incorporating certain foods into your diet can also help and combat the sweltering heat. Here are 5 refreshing foods that cool you down and provide essential nutrients to keep you energized. So there's watermelon, that's Hydration Hero. It's composed of 90% of water. It is incredibly hydrating and helps replenish fluids lost through sweat. Rich in vitamins A and C, watermelon also provides a good dose of antioxidants. Its high water content makes it a low-calorie, guilt-free snack that can help you to stay cool and refreshed. Then there's cucumber. Cooling and crisp. It says cucumbers are another hydrating vegetable that is perfect for hot weather. With about 96% water content, cucumbers help keep you hydrated and cool. They are low in calories and high in vitamins and minerals, including vitamin K, vitamin C, and potassium. Coconut water. It's a natural electrolyte booster. So coconut water is nature's sports drink. It's packed with electrolytes like potassium, sodium, and magnesium, which help maintain proper fluid balance. It's also low in calories and sugar, making it a healthy choice for hydration and replenishment. Mint, it's a refreshing herb. Mint leaves have a natural cooling effect that can help you feel more comfortable in the heat. They also aid digestion and can freshen your breath. Incorporating mint into your diet can be a simple yet effective way to stay cool. Berries, nutrient-rich and hydrating berries such as strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are not only delicious but also hydrating. They are rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber, making them a nutritious choice for hot days. Their high water content helps keep you hydrated while providing a burst of natural sweetness. So staying cool and hydrated during the hot summer days is essential for your health and well-being. Incorporating these hydrating and refreshing foods into your diet can help you beat the heat while enjoying delicious and nutritious meals and snacks. So next time the temperature rises, reach for these heat-friendly foods to keep yourself cool and energized. And they say you can use the berries as a snack, add to yogurt or cereals for a nutritious breakfast, and blend into smoothies or make a berry sorbet. Morning, Azard. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm trying my best to be my best. Sorry, we don't have the invisible man. One of the buttons that he presses to use his mic is not working.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So, a pleasant morning to everybody. I wish and trust that everyone within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis Coast persons listening to our voices, that you guys are having a beautiful day so far. It really is, a blessed Monday morning, and it's the 24th of June. The month is quickly nearing its end.
Yeah, the last full week of June, let me say that, because I think it extends until next Monday, right? Or Sunday. Sunday, yeah, until next Sunday. So the last full week, Sunday, then it's done.
Yes, for a lot of persons, cricket fans, they were watching the cricket yesterday.
Why you have to come and rub it in my face this morning, huh?
They were watching the cricket yesterday, and so a
Stayed
lot
up
of
late.
persons, have been,
Oh, boy.
I must say that, a lot of persons are left disappointed
Very
with the exit of the West Indies team
saddened.
in the World Cup T20. I mean, a lot of persons were watching it. There were bars that had it played, there were persons.
So on the grounds in Antigua?
On the
They
grounds,
were packed, until the rain fell. And
and then it was raining as well. And, it was England. So now England and South Africa advanced to the semis from Group 2.
Yeah, because South Africa beat
West
the
Indies.
gentleman in maroon and yellow.
Yeah. So it was a win or go. Either you win that match or you go home. Yes.
And we got our
yes.
selves sent home.
Yeah, the West Indies batsmen, they left the fans a bit disappointed, even though the bowlers fought in the end to try to defend, but to no avail. The West Indies team and last evening was defeated, and the South Africa team advances with England into the semi-finals from our group.
And I know both South Africa and India are undefeated. So I'm looking, honestly, I'm just putting the two of them in the finals. Call it a day. Call it a day. Them two.
Yeah, so, a lot of West Indies fans, they waited, they were on their P's and Q's last evening, the rain came down, the match had to be paused for a certain time, yeah.
How I gauge what's happening, and I know who's going to win and who's going to lose even before it happens. When I looked at how South Africa was playing, right, and I see like South Africa was basically turning over 10 runs per over, because after 7 overs you have 70 runs.
Yeah.
What? Say what now? So I don't understand. What is it that's wrong with our team that on some days they get it well? Because you see Rutherford, he bats so well, he gets it well. Then other days you have people like Brandon King and them batting so well, and then Alzari would knock everybody out of the park, bowl them out, and then next time he was like, "What, guys? What's going on here?"
Yeah.
Like when I saw the guy, I don't even remember who bat the ball up. I think it was the what do you call him? The captain. And when I saw that ball go up in here, I'd be like, "Yes, you out." And so said so, and Mayers caught the ball. So I was like, "Yeah, we're getting good." And then after a while, I'd be like, "No," I just literally turned my back. I tell my husband good night, and that was it. I was going to sleep because I knew we was going to lose. I was not going to stay up to enjoy it, knowing that we were going to lose. So West Indies fans, don't come for me. I just predicted it. I knew it. That's why on days I don't even want to back my own West Indies because they disappoint me all the time.
Wow. Yeah. So, what about the song Rally Around the West Indies?
Don't want to rally around them today. You sometimes you only want to back people when they're doing good, but that's not the case. I just want you guys to be consistent. That's all I'm asking is for consistency. Don't give me one happy day where I'm thinking you're going to make it. And I even told my husband, I said, Chris Gayle spoke too soon because he actually said he think that West Indies have a chance of winning the T20 this year. I said, Lord, let me drink my coffee. Yes.
Yes, and the coffee has this wonderful aroma, you know.
Oh boy. Yeah, still make me feel better. Make me feel better.
Yeah, so Team
Oh
West Indies
boy.
out there, we're rooting for you. Many of us wish that we qualify for the semifinals, but at the end of the day, you represented, and it was a win or go home kind of moment.
And y'all went home.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to rub it in, but come on, man, do something better for us. Make us even prouder. You did well, but we need you to do great. Not even excellent, just great.
Yeah, you got a lot of fans out here.
Yeah, they need to practice more. I don't know how they practice, but I just think they need to focus on the areas that they're lacking. That's how I just see it. Because I think these the international players, they practice hard. These fellas just don't come and think they're going to play a game and beat anybody. They look at everybody as a strong opponent. And I need my West Indies team, and I hope they're listening, and the coaches and the powers be, to work harder. We can do this. They did well leading up to this point. So we can do this. And we can't, when we see South Africa or we see England or we see India, we think, oh, we're going to be beat. We beat them before we can beat them again. Come on.
I think you needed for, just before they go to do their match, a pep talk, some sort of...
I got me walking around my stick. But stop going on in the locker room at all.
So, even so, congratulations to Team West Indies.
Yes, indeed. You guys worked your hardest.
Yes. And the persons that are disappointed, we still are rallying around the West Indies.
Only because Mr. Rudder said so.
Yes. So I'm looking at all the news, right, and I'm seeing CARICOM and UN welcome installation of Haiti's Prime Minister and government. So there has been an installation, new Prime Minister for Haiti and government, and we're hoping, we're hoping that things go as smoothly as they can. Let me say as smoothly as they can.
Yeah.
Yes. So, on June 12th, there was a recent installation of Haiti's Prime Minister, Gary Conil, and his government. On June 12th, as I said, they gained the acknowledgement from both the Caribbean community and the United Nations. And here in the article by WINNMedia, it says that the development signifies a significant step towards going forward in addressing Haiti's array of challenges and commencing the process of free and fair elections, intending to restore constitutional governance and fortify institutional structures. So the announcement issued on Tuesday 18th follows the appointment of Gary Conil, a former regional director of the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, as interim prime minister 2 weeks prior. So he is now Prime Minister, and in this article it goes on to say CARICOM expressed its support for the transition government in a statement released on June 18th, 2024, and reaffirmed its readiness to assist Haiti as it navigates through challenging times. So Haiti has been facing significant challenges, including gang violence, natural disasters, food insecurity, and political instability. Yeah. Compounded by the assassination of President Moise in 2021. So Haiti has been going through some...
Forever.
Yeah.
But do you see how it was a big thing? We were all talking about Haiti. We were all talking about the good guy. Did I just say good guy? We were all talking about the barbecue man.
You were going to ask where's barbecue?
Yeah, where's barbecue? Like, he's just disappeared off the scene. There's sudden calm. There's an installation of a new government. But I'm happy, though. I'm happy for the people. Yeah. And you see people are ready to go back to their countries because they're seeking flights to get home. So that's very good.
Yeah, and what's significant is that Haiti has not held general elections since 2016.
So these governments are just being installed. But do you think they're in a position to hold general elections? You think it will go over well?
They are. Well, this interim prime minister is a step towards constitutional elections right away, shortly. Okay. So again, we haven't seen any articles. We don't know if it is that the information coming out has been subdued. But other than that, we're not hearing any ruckus,
No.
for lack of a better word, in
exactly.
relation to the installation. And he has here Carry come in support, UN in support. And again, we haven't heard any article discussing barbecue in a while.
Yes, barbecue
Yeah.
is like he's done cooking. He's just gonna chill out for now. But Azard, I also saw news over the weekend about, just to go a bit international and then we can come back home, the Hajj. You saw thousands of people died making that journey to the Mecca, the Muslim observance that they have every year. So a Hajj is the annual pilgrimage to Mecca that Muslims are expected to make at least once in their lifetime. The word Hajj is an Arabic word meaning to intend a journey. So people take this journey. I saw on their way people were spraying them with misters, then they had misters, and then they had tents that were air conditioned with misters, but apparently you had to pay to go on those.
Yes.
So the folks that couldn't afford, it seems like most of them succumbed. Okay, most of them succumbed to what was happening. So Jamsi, you're working again? Oh
So-
boy.
Yes, so we have traffic talk in a minute, and so we have Officer Sophie. Yes, we have Sergeant Henry. She is back with us.
She has on a new fancy shoe too, with a little gold adornment.
You could see a lot. I am still looking, but we're gonna take a short break and get back with traffic talk. Okay?
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man.
Back with traffic talk, and we have with us returning is Sergeant Henry. Sergeant Henry, has been a while. We've had, Officer Donnelly here, and we've had our traffic talk. So tell us this morning, what is on your mind? What do you want us to explore and speak about?
I want to say welcome back to her, and she looks very bright.
Yes, she is excited for the show.
Good morning to the listening audience.
Yes.
I am back from vacation, and this morning I'll be talking about the traffic arrangements for the 26th Music Festival,
Okay.
which will be starting on the 27th of June to the 29th.
Yes. So yes, this is the music festival week.
Yeah, festive week.
Yeah. So tell us, officer, how is the traffic going to look? What are some of the regulations? What are some of the rules? Which roads are going to be, blocked?
Which going to be made one way.
Yes,
Oh,
so
boy.
many things are going to be happening.
So
I'm sure
folks,
it's
pay
going to be
attention.
a chore driving through Bastille.
I'm sad you already sung defeated.
But this has been going on for
Yeah.
some time now.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
the motorists and the general public should be
Yeah, we understand. We understand.
aware.
Yeah. We know
Although
it
we
comes
know
with it.
your comfort zone might be
Yeah.
disrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but traffic will flow in one direction on Victoria Road. And traffic will flow from south to north. That's from Keon Street up to Taylor's Range.
Okay, so people, you can't come down the road.
Yes.
You
Most
can't
times
come
they
down
have
the
a
road.
barrier there to see.
It is
so.
there, but persons come through still.
Ooh la
Yes,
la.
so we breaking it down. You can't come down
Yeah,
Victoria Road.
do
You only could go
not.
up. So it's almost like a second 4th Street, okay?
Yes.
On East Park Range, traffic will flow from north to south. That's from Taylor's Range on to Luzak Road.
So you go up on that street, Victoria, and
And
you go
come
down on East Parkway.
Yes.
Okay.
Traffic will flow from west to east on NHC Road. That's the road directly behind of NHC.
Okay, west to east.
And parking will be restricted on that same road on both sides, on the southern and on the northern side of that road.
Okay.
That road will have cones on both sides.
Don't move the cones.
Also on Victoria Road, no park will be allowed from Luzak Road up to the Bastille High School on both sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be coned off also. Absolutely no parking. No parking will be permitted on Luzak Road for the general public. Only persons who live on that road, we have some residents live there, who usually park the vehicle, will be permitted to park their vehicle there.
Okay.
Okay.
And also the VIP parking on that road will be from East Park Range to Hart Street. And Hart Street is the street with the prison.
Okay.
So from Park Range to Hart Street will be for VIP. On the other section from Hart Street to Victoria Road, there'll be vendors on the sidewall.
Okay.
But only persons who live in that area also will be permitted to park there. They will get some kind of access to show that they live in that area. So we have some persons on the side to Victoria Road, and we have about 2 or 3 residents on the other side of that road. No parking will be permitted on the football house parking lot. Absolutely no parking. And I think by later this evening that will be coned off for the tents them to be erected.
Okay.
Because there is where the patrons gonna queue up to go inside.
Okay.
And persons like to move the barriers and move the signs and say, oh, when I come, the sign wasn't there, and somebody parked there, so you gone in and a park. Any vehicle parked on that parking lot will be towed. Yes. It will be towed, and
the
it's just
owner.
not the toll fee you're gonna pay. You'll be paying the ticket fee for failing to comply with traffic signs.
Would the ticket fee be the normal price?
Yes, 100. It's
Okay. Okay.
$100.
Okay.
Parking for the taxis will be on Victoria Road, on the side with the American Bakery. Only taxis allowed to park there. So anybody else parked there, as usual,
Ticket.
the vehicle will be towed and it will be ticketed.
Perhaps in terms of getting the information out there more to maybe graphics, whereby maybe a little thing could be disseminated.
Well, most likely the PRO will send out something.
Okay.
Also, parking for the general patrons will be at the Bastille High School ground. And it have ample parking now because the structures has been broken down. Yes, so it have a lot of parking, so don't go and park on the road where you're not supposed to park, and then you say, oh, I didn't know. As we say, ignorance is no excuse to the law. Yes, you might see somebody move a cone and park in, and you go and you park. But that is wrong.
Yeah, so guys.
They will also have parking for persons at the old girls' school ground.
Mm.
That's the Anglican Church Hall.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in the yard itself?
Yes, they'll have parking there. Persons with access passes will park on the parking lot by the tennis court in Warner Park and also Carnival City. Those only for persons who have access passes.
Okay.
At the end of the show now, when the traffic or when the patrons ready to leave, you can go on both sides, the eastern and the western side, out of the old past the high school ground. You go up on East Park Range, and you can only take a right. You can't take a left onto Taylor's Range. If you come out on the western side, you come up Victoria Road, and you take a left also by the Moravian Church. Entrance to the Bastia High School will only be on one side. That's Victoria Road.
That's at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
So entrance
Yep.
on Victoria Road, N. Exit will be on both
Both ends.
ends.
And as you said, on the east end, it's
Western side.
west. It's
East on Park Range, west on
Yeah.
Victoria Road. Yes.
so I was talking about Park Range. It's only a right turn. You cannot turn left to head up to Victoria.
You only can go up.
Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Up and you make your way out.
Okay.
The same on Victoria Road, you head up and you go out. Persons who is on Lozak Road will be able to take the left down on Keon Street.
Okay.
For the emergency vehicle, they will come out if they have an emergency, not a minor one, that they have to go to Jennifer. They will come out the park gate and turn left down onto Keon Street, although it's a one-way. It's an emergency vehicle, so access will be for that to go down and take the right onto Victoria Road.
Yes.
And with all these areas that are going to be coned off, will there be an officer station there just in case if we have wrongdoing, or we don't have?
We'll have patrols.
Okay.
Yes, patrols will be around.
Okay.
Yes, and these will take effect from midnight on Wednesday. The cones will take effect from Wednesday night until, for the duration of the event.
Saturday.
So, we have the
Sunday
27th,
morning.
the 20th, and the 29th. The roads now will be closed off from 6. Yes, and then they'll open about an hour after the show.
Okay.
So they'll only close during the shop time, and they'll open.
Okay.
I don't know if anything else y'all wanna.
So we, as again before, persons are getting ready. It's music festival time this week. And, the streets, some alterations have been made to ensure the smooth flow of traffic.
Yes.
You
The
know.
ministers of government and also parliamentary ministers will be allowed to park in the NHC and
NHC,
also on Lozak Road.
Okay. Then.
Limited parking will be permitted in Warner Park on the southern side of the football field for bar owners. So bar owners, they're coming on the Marathon Gate. That's the galvanized gate like. Right, as soon as you come up from Lozak Road, they enter there, and that where the bar owners will be allowed to park. And
Okay.
yes. And also, rest assured that traffic wardens and police officers will be around. Although your vehicle will be unsupervised, they will be there to make sure that nothing go wrong.
Okay. So
You leave your vehicle, so rest assured, they'll have officers there, and we'll have patrols, and it'll be adequate lighting.
That's in
The Bastia High
Bastia
School.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that's a question I was going to ask you eventually. Go ahead.
You may
Azard.
have touched this. We have a comment. You may have touched it. So across Lozak Road, what about the bar owners? So if you own a bar across there, in terms of accommodations for parking.
I only know one bar across there.
Only that bar has permission, right?
So how?
And it's only the one vehicle, not persons who go into the bar. because it'll be cone off for persons for VIP parking.
So
But these vehicles have indications just in case, officer, because if, let's say, the person is VIP, but there is no indication in the vehicle and it's parked in that particular area, how will you be able to identify?
Which one? The bar owner?
No, not the bar owner. I'm talking about the VIPs and all the other persons that you would have mentioned.
They will
right?
have
stickers
yes.
in their car, in the
and
windows.
they'll have a traffic warden on there, down
okay,
there.
to make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
okay.
So it's not that you just come and park.
Okay.
Somebody will be there, you show them the pass, and then you get
Okay.
permission to.
So you're saying the bar owner will be able to park?
But not the patrons.
And not park on the side wall. Not on the side wall.
Not on the sidewalk, Mr. Bar owner or Miss Bar owner.
Yes.
So anything else that you think that the patrons for this year's music festival should be aware of?
No, just to adhere to the rules and the regulations and the signs. Do not remove the signs.
No other
Do not.
cones.
No.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yes. Because sometimes when we're ready to start, the amount of vehicles parked on the parking lot, then you have to be calling these people. We won't be calling anybody this year.
It'll
No.
just be
Because it will be aired on this radio show, it will be aired on ZIZ, and last week, Thursday, we're on ZIZ again. Yes.
So the warning has been, it was being resound.
Yes.
Okay. So folks, you just got to listen to the good officer. If you're not sure, you can always call the traffic department and ask your questions. Please don't get yourself in trouble. Have a safe and enjoyable music festival. Adhere to the rules,
Okay.
especially that of
So,
parking.
what about, I know you said it. What about the guests? I know you said it, but could you repeat about the guest parkings for bar owners, the guests?
For the patrons,
Yes. I know you
I mean
said
for
it.
the owners
You said the owners
on the football.
No. For the bar owners on Lozak Road.
It's only one bar owner. One bar owner is on top there. One.
So what about the guests? I just
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely no. The guests park somewhere else and then they go to the bar. Absolutely no parking for the guests.
Okay.
We make provision for the
yeah.
bar owner, one vehicle, and that's it.
So apparently there's a guest house there too.
Absolutely no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yes.
So please, bar owner,
Guest house
take
owner.
notice and take note that no, absolutely no parking for the persons who will be at your guest house. Yes.
Well, you know, officer, some people might say that's rough because this is where I'm staying. I opted to stay here because it's closer to the music festival, but then you might say, then you can walk over. You don't need a car, right? Just saying.
From Lozak Road, from East Parkway to Hart Street is for VIP
Okay, folks,
personnel.
you heard the officer. Let's obey her. Let's not try to mosey ourselves around it. She said what she said, and we have to obey the law.
And there's also time for drop off for the food, and that will be communicated to the persons.
Okay.
Do not come after the time and say, oh, I need to carry food or whatever. There are times when
And
you
these are
can,
for the vendors.
or persons who have skybox and
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
there are times when you can bring your food and replenish.
Okay.
Yes, because when this happen, sometimes people come like after the time and then they're holding up the traffic.
Okay.
They're blocking the road.
Okay, so you need everybody to be on time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Azad, do you have any more comments?
No, not any
Anyone
ones
else
right
trying
now,
to-
yes.
To get around.
But at least persons are listening, you know.
I'm happy that they are. So, because we don't listen, that money that you'll have to pay, you can buy a drink or you can buy some from the bar.
Yes, and the toffee is $200.
Oh wow.
And the ticket is $100, so that's $300 you'll have to spend
Oh boy.
for parking your vehicle in illegal parking. And also, if you park somewhere else other than the Bastille High School or those places that are designated, remember you're parking at your own risk.
Yeah.
So no one will be responsible for.
We'll have patrols, but if anything happens, you're parking at your own risk. So park where, there's someone to supervise your vehicle. because persons will be on the ground to make sure that the vehicles are safe. After the show, we direct the traffic out, and that's it.
Okay.
Yes. So, you know, bar owner on Lozak Road, guest house owner. Yes, you've heard. I just
Oh boy.
yeah, these yes. So, officer, you I guess you know everything is rearing and going in terms of the preparation for music festival. Yeah.
Also, there on Wednesday evening, they'll have the night market.
Okay.
Yes, on the 26th, there'll be the night market. And traffic will not be allowed to park on the side wall. That's on the southern side.
Yes.
No parking, absolutely no parking on the side wall. The bottom of West Bongot will be a one-way.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic will only be allowed to come up from the Bay Road and not come down onto the Bay Road.
Oh boy.
So anybody going to the market, make sure you park in an area where you do not be ticketed.
So can we park, you know, the street that leads to the sea? That's where there is island.
Market Street?
No, where there's island. Oh my, why would island purified water, and the market on the other side? Can we park on that street?
You can park, but you won't be able to come down.
Ooh.
So you
Okay.
come up and you park. You mean directly by the...
Like
Market.
right next to the market.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
On the
parking will
outside
be-
wall.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
And
folks,
anybody park on the yellow line there? Yes. Remember, failing to comply with traffic sign, whether it's a sign erect or a painting in the road, it is failing to comply with traffic sign.
is there only a fine that is attributed to charges like those, or there's time in the carcel? Do you only pay a fine when you break the laws, or there's time over at HMP?
No,
Okay.
I never seen nobody go.
Okay, okay.
But if you
Just
don't
making
pay it
sure.
forthwith then,
Oh boy.
yes, if you have to go to court and the magistrate charge you forthwith and you don't have the money,
Folks, let's abide by the laws. That's definitely cheaper. Yeah. So,
So you won't be parking in those areas.
me, God gave me P2. If I go anywhere, guess where I'm going with P2? Not me.
I joke, yes.
Azard, not me. I can't
So-
mark 911 already. I can't get away with that. Yes. Can't get away
Whoa.
with that. I have
Never
an
heard of
emergency
that.
number.
That's a unique number to have.
Very
Yes.
unique.
Wow.
so remember, these parking will take effect from Wednesday evening for the cones of the road until Sunday morning.
Okay. You mentioned putting down cones today, you said, to start putting on the tents, or when was the tents going to go down?
I'm not sure when they're going to go down, but as soon as we block off that area, there'll be no parking.
Okay. Okay. Once
That's the
it's blo-
parking lot football, the
Yeah.
football parking lot.
Yes. That's what I'm making sure, because if it's not going to start yet and the cone is going to go down, somebody's going to say, oh, but nothing's starting yet.
No, but they have to erect the tents.
Yeah.
The tents have to, and I think they usually cut the grass in that area.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have to clean it up and then erect the tents. And to clean, they have to remove the vehicles.
Yep. So, folks, no parking there. The officer gave you alternatives, so use those, please.
And they can park up the high school now.
Yes. So the high school gate is open every day?
Yes, it is.
Oh, see, I don't. That tells who goes somewhere. I
Yes, so
didn't
they
even
can
know
park
that.
up the high school and just walk it down to town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some people usually park right in by the Marathon gate. I don't know if it is allowed.
But what do you?
One is park
Okay. Oh. So they go
by the
inside.
football area.
Yeah. Oh.
I use the
Oh.
vehicle park there, so
Okay.
you have places you can park instead of parking in restricted areas.
Get yourself in trouble.
Yes.
Okay. Now, folks, it seems like we're well on our way and ready for the festival. The officers have laid out where we can park and where we cannot park. And I would admonish you to park where she says to park. As I said, we don't have money to give away like that, and you can use that money for the patrons that are going to get something extra. Remember, for the establishment that's close to the park, that's the guest house and the bar, only the bar owner is allowed to park there. So guests, you have to park where you're designated to park.
Yeah.
Officer smiling at me like saying that. Oh boy! So we have a couple more minutes before we close out. Do we have anything else to tell our good listeners?
And that's it. I'm just appealing to general public, especially the motorists, to adhere to the signs that are going to be erected, the cones that are going to place, and park where you are allowed to park. Not where you're not.
For the bikes that are smaller vehicles, they have to follow that same recommendation and park over.
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, because I'm just thinking if there's a nice little parking lot.
No.
Not parking lot, a parking space where they can like fit in. Okay.
No.
Fair enough. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. And the bikes are not allowed in the park.
Which park?
We
have
okay.
a caller.
Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Good morning.
Caller. Okay,
Okay.
Caller, go ahead. Live. Perhaps the phones. Okay. Caller, you're live on Island T. Oh, they're gone.
Okay, caller, you can call back. The good officers here. We want you
Yeah.
to get your questions in.
Yeah.
No, I was asking if you could take your bike into the festival.
What kind of bike?
The little bikes, the mopeds that are around. Okay.
Mhm.
So fellas, no bikes in the
Because
festival.
how's they going to get in?
Well,
Maybe have to pass through security.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, just asking.
So, caller, you're live. Call in.
Hi, caller. Good morning. You're live on Island T. Oh boy, no, it's no Jamster, no luck.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Okay, alrighty then. So, folks, Officer Sophie has spoken. All we have to do is listen and avoid any trouble that maybe, I don't want to even say maybe brewing, but just follow the rules. Just follow the rules, folks. Just follow the rules. Azard, any
Yes.
more comments? Anything to add?
No, just wishing everyone a safe week, you know,
On
as
the roadways.
yeah, music festival is here, and people are going to be here.
Yeah,
you know.
they're going to be increased number of
Yes.
traffics. Yeah,
Just be careful.
yeah.
Just be careful.
The rentals are going to be outside on the road. Folks, we only drive on the left side in this island, okay? In both islands. So just in case if you go over to Nevis, it's the left side.
So,
Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Mhm.
Hello? No. Jamson, no.
so something is up with the phones.
Yeah, something's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, officer, any parting words that you like to give this morning?
For the visitors, remember, as Kortensia said, we drive on our left. There's a lot of no right turn. Make sure you look for them. There's yellow lines where you're not supposed to park. You should not park. And also make sure you adhere to the rules.
If you're not sure, stop and ask a local.
Yes.
Yes. So there we had it. We had traffic clock this morning, and we hope and wish that you continue to have a wonderful morning. We're going to take a short break. We're going to get back.
From the South, 98.9.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, Only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Join us for the ultimate jerk fest at Jamrock Restaurant and Bar. June 29, 10 a.m. at Jamrock Restaurant in Frigate Bay. Prepare your taste buds for an explosion of flavors at the home of jerk. Featured dishes: jerkfish, mutton, chicken, shrimp, pork, ribs, conch, pigtail, and hot dogs. Featured sides: roast breadfruit, sweet potatoes, yam, festival, and garlic bread. Entertainment by DJ Yachty. All this event is brought to you by Carib Brewery and ODB. Don't miss out on the St. Kitts Music Festival hottest culinary event. See you at Jamrock Restaurant and Bar, where the jerk is always sizzling and the vibes are unforgettable. Come hungry, leave happy.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
TVC Financial Services, we're here for you to help you make your dreams come true. Whether your needs are big or small, we'll support you with them all. TVC Financial Services, we are strong. TVC Financial Services, this is where you belong.
TDC Financial Services, where money is made easy.
So we've had this morning, so you know the music festival is coming on. We've had the talk about what roads you can drive on, what roads you can park on, the direction that you can travel, the areas that you can park. And so the Sings Music Festival, you know, it starts on Thursday, and you know persons are coming in, persons are getting ready, you know, the music lovers. So are you excited, Kortensia?
I'm excited for the fact that we're going to be getting a lot of business in the country. And I'm excited for those people who are excited to come home, because, you know, everybody wants a reason to come home, and it's not Carnival, it's Music Festival, or it's Culturama 50. So for everybody that's coming home, I know some folks are, at this present moment, they're coming home to enjoy both Fest and Culturama. So that's a nice long vacation for them. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited for the hotels. I'm excited for the businesses that will benefit from our visitors. I'm excited for the folks that are excited for their music festival. Listen, I'm just excited for you. Yeah.
You're excited all over.
All around. We share in the excitement.
Yes. And, you know, there seem to have been, well, not seem, because there has been information in relation to earthquake. Yes, you know, there was a strong earthquake near Venezuela's coast that rocked the Southern Caribbean.
I thought it was Trinidad, because I saw. Okay, go ahead. But they're quite close. So
yeah. So apparently the social media users reported the tremor being felt, as you said, in Trinidad and Tobago. Northeastern Guyana, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Oh.
You know, that's one major earthquake
6.1.
on the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Well, here seen 6.2.
Okay.
You know, rattled by a 6.2 magnitude earthquake.
Listen, these earthquakes are becoming too frequent. Too frequent. So you just have to be mindful and I said I was going to bring this up. I don't know if you experience it or anyone else experience it. When the rain falls, the water that comes from the pipe is supposed to be crispy and cold like back then. Now when the rain fall, I don't know if you've been feeling it, but you live in a nice place where the water is always crispy. The water is hot.
Oh, it's hot.
I'm like, this is really global warming?
You see, I think it's too, I mean, I guess you notice it too, because for me, I generally like warm water. so warm water, you know. I mean, I have appreciation for cold water.
I'm for the crispy water.
When I'm drinking it.
No, I'm for the crispy water on the skin. I do not. I'm like, I had to look down twice. I'd be like, but I don't have on the hot water pipe. And this is not the first time. And it always gets me that I'm looking down to make sure I would have turned on the correct tap. Like, what's that?
So you know what you can do.
What are you going to tell me? Put ice in my water? No, it's coming from the shower head.
Yes.
No. I just, listen, global warming is real. We're having all these earthquakes.
It really is.
I saw a documentary where they were revisiting the tsunami that they had in Indonesia some years back. And I'm like, what are they trying to tell us again? Because when I see stuff like that, Azard, I am conspiracy theorist number one. I'm like, what is going to be up soon? Because why are you revisiting this now? Is it... And I want to assume it's because of what's happening. They're trying to give us a heads up as to prepare, you know, don't take things lightly. I know sometimes we have our drills here and we're like, man, we good, that ain't going to happen just now. But, you know, we have to be mindful.
Yes.
We know this is hurricane season. We see how the rain is going. The rain postponed play last night in the cricket match, actually. So we see how all these things are happening. As every time I empty is the 5-liter bottles, I fill them up. So I have about 10 in my corner. They're waiting patiently. The others in the cupboard. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have my stock
I'm
as well
preparing.
too.
I'm stocking up every time I pick up a little 2 things from, and I'm stocking up. I'm not going to be. I don't even care if the hurricane doesn't come. At least I will be prepared. But I'm not
even
gonna
if the hurricane doesn't come, we've had situations, and there has been, you know, the rationing of water too. In fact, I think that there are some schedules out about load shedding and about water too. Now you mentioned that, I guess let me see if I could find it. So it says water services, and this is from Sunday 23 to Saturday 29th June. Yeah, and it says here the area. Please note that the list times above are when you can expect your water service to be available. When I looked at it, I was like, okay. So it says Bird Rock, right? And it says, and this is from Sunday to Saturday. Yesterday, Sunday to this Saturday.
This Saturday, okay.
And so Bird Rock could expect available water from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. And that's also for Half Moon, Olives, Shadwell, Bastia, Taylors, Connery, Keys, Utley's, Lodge, Molyneux. So up to 7 p.m. Phillips is up to 7 p.m. from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mansion, 5 to 7 p.m. Tabernacle, same thing. Sadler, same thing. Parsons Ground, same thing. Deerby, same thing. St. Paul, same thing. Newton Ground, same thing. St. Peter, Sandy Point, same thing. St. Peter's, same thing. New Road, same thing. Okay, so I wonder what villages have been left out looking at this snapshot. You understand? And they're saying from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. you can expect water. I guess after 7, then there you go into the possibility of having or not having. Yeah.
So you have to prepare. You have to fill up your bucket.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then that makes it seem, you know, so you really should, you know, if you're going home, you really should rush home before 7. you want to have, the assurance that you have water, and then because it's not coming back until like the 5 a.m.
Okay.
But then I guess there are persons who have, stored water in whatever means or capacity.
Yep. You just have to be prepared. Well.
So that's the water schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a hot topic that was going around on social media on the weekend.
What was that about?
The First Lady.
Oh, in what regard?
Basically the title.
Is there a title First Lady?
The president's wife in the U.S. has a title.
That's the president's wife in the U.S.
So what has the wives of the prime ministers or premiers, what are they called? Just wives?
I don't know. In my knowledge, that there's a title in our Caribbean country, in St. Kitts and Nevis, that says First Lady. I don't know of any such title. I know the Constitution provides for Prime Minister, provides for Deputy Prime Minister, provides for Ministers of Government.
So what do we say? What do we call the wife? Just the Prime Minister's wife?
I don't know. And as again, I said
I
to you,
was like, what?
I don't know any title in St. Kitts and Nevis other than, persons calling it. I don't know that there is an official title known as First Lady.
So could that be changed now, since that is the title that our Prime Minister's wife has at the moment?
By who?
The legislators that are around now.
No, you're saying that's the title that she has. If there's no title as First Lady, does she have officially that title?
Okay. Say that again.
Okay, you said the title that she has, right?
The title that's being used. Let me say that, because I don't want to be locked up or anything. The title that's being used, because there was a big debate. I'm like, what?
You just hit me with this question, because I have not even prepared in my mind a response to it. I know there has been talk about it. I'm surprised you bring it up,
Yeah, because that's the happening topic I saw on social media, and everybody, children in school is wanting to know, and I'm like, I don't think it's a big, for me, because, I don't really go for those things. A title is a title, if they want to enjoy it, let them enjoy it. But
I don't know, and I guess persons could call, I don't know that there is a title designated, official title
for the Prime Minister's wife
as First Lady. I know that, in the States, there has been reference made to it. Persons refer to that position
as the First Lady.
Yes, but I can't say that I know of any official position here that we have that's entitled First Lady. We have Governor General, we have Governor General's deputy, we have Prime Minister, we have Member of Parliament. I don't know that there is.
So if we had a married Governor General, since we are we still use the British system, what is his wife? Just the...
I don't know that there's a special title for it.
So there's just no special titles in...
I don't know that there has been a special title.
Okay, so you're just the person's wife.
You are the individual. You marry the individual. You didn't marry the office. I assume. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought... I just didn't think it was a big deal, but it seemed like it was.
It has been used a term in the U.S., but again, I'm looking at our laws, and based on our laws, I don't know that there is a provision, a legislation that uses the law, First Lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. McMahon or anybody else that knows anything differently, you can give us a ring and we can have a discussion as to... the title then. But do you think it's a big deal to call someone the First Lady if they're married to the Prime Minister, though, Azard? I just want to know, what should we call them? The Prime Minister's wife. I know the Prime Minister's wife has a name, and not speaking particularly to the current Prime Minister, because we've had other Prime Ministers that would have had wives. The Honorable Dr. Kennedy Simon, he had a wife during his tenure, and I guess I was a kid then. I wasn't paying attention as to what she was called. I just know she was Mistress Simmons. And that was it. But now that you're older and these things are out there and you're seeing and viewing and hearing, it's like, how big a deal is it? And as some people say, we're basically copying culture.
So you see all of those comments.
Yeah.
So how was it viewed by those persons?
Yeah, as I said, copying culture. it's not our thing to call to acknowledge the Prime Minister's wife as the First Lady. And then they had some other what do you call it? Other person saying varying things, but I didn't memorize everything. I just, in my mind, I'm like, it's not a big deal. It'll just be for a while. But I don't know. So are we really copying culture? And
so here it says, and this is a reference, it says, the First Lady of First Gentleman is an unofficial title, usually used for the spouse and occasionally used for the offspring of or other relative of a non-monarchical head of state or a chief executive. The term is also used to describe a person seen to be at the top of her profession or art. Okay, and that's First Lady. Yeah, so as it says here, it's an unofficial title usually used by the spouse and occasionally used for the offspring or other relative. Okay. So yes, it has garnered some discussion.
so it can be used then, no?
It's a title, but it's an unofficial title based on this definition here. Again, I said to you in the beginning of the conversation that I do not know that there is an official title for us with the term First Lady. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So persons are using it, and when you hear the term First Lady, there's a automatic picture in your mind to what that is referring to. But in terms of official, So, but in terms of the official designation, I do not know that there is in our laws an official position known as that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, persons are going to have to take. I guess persons are asking questions. I mean, some of the questions that I've seen asked in relation to that is, what are the benefits? You understand? Is there any benefit as a spouse? Does there are travels where the PM travels with his wife? Is that travel at the expense of the country? Is it a personal expense? So those are questions that persons are having, and those are things that I have been questions have been seen being discussed on social media, on the ground, and so I myself, I have thought about it. I have thought to give us, to even get my own view on it as it relates. But then we have to have information. It has information be given to us as to, in what capacity. We see various instances where we have the wife of the Prime Minister visiting different schools, donating different items, making visits. Are these extension of government? Is this extension of his office? Is she doing this in her personal capacity? These are questions that persons have. You understand? And I guess it is because at some point in time we've had prime ministers, and Sir Kennedy, the last prime minister who was married was him, and so. And, this is a different time now. And so, of course, persons are going to have questions, and I think they're legitimate questions. I think persons really want to know to what extent is this being attributed? Is this a part of the office? If so, how is money is being spent in relation to this whole I think that is what persons are concerned about, because of public office.
Yeah, but I look at it as an extension of some of the work that the Prime Minister has to do when it comes to social work, and maybe since this is his better half, she's just helping him to fulfill these things that he has to do, so he can deal with maybe the heavier pertinent matters. And I also want to think that because maybe most of the places know that he has a wife now, maybe when they invite him, they just invite him and his wife.
And these are concerns, as you said, and perhaps if you had the discussion on it, perhaps from a government aspect, whereby he maybe informs, educates, discuss, you understand, then there wouldn't be no need for so much speculation.
Questions.
You understand? Whereby persons could say, well, based on it, invitation, because it's a new occurrence in the sense that for
As
many
you said, we
parents,
haven't had a wife
yes.
for a long time.
So it's a new occurrence in that for many. And so questions are being asked. And I think they are legitimate questions, for the most part. Persons wanting to know how things operate in terms of how things are being spent, how money has been spent, because although he is prime minister, he has a public office, and the public office that he holds, there's public funds as well. So I think that is where consideration and perhaps questions are being asked, and then so I think they're legitimate questions, and perhaps
not saying they aren't.
Persons could get some answers to it as it relates. Because if you're not getting any answers and you're left to speculate, and then persons are then left to draw their own conclusions, you understand? Because, of course, the visits have been very frequent for the ministers. They fly very often. And so that has been of some concern to persons in terms of their frequent travel. And so all of this, the public is watching, the public is looking at, and the public has questions. Yes.
Boy.
But yeah, I didn't expect you to bring up that topic today.
No, because it was a hot topic on the weekend. Yeah, it just dawned in my mind. I'd be like, let me ask the question, because I know maybe there's something that you might know that I don't know, because I ask questions to get wiser.
Yes.
I don't know the laws, most of the laws of the Federation. I don't know the Constitution like that, so I just thought I'll ask the question since it was one of the hot topics, and as you mentioned, the other part that I saw. But I just wanted to know, why is it such a big deal if she gets First Lady? That's all I want to know. Yeah. Well, the title, at least.
Yes.
That was my thing.
So, and we have some comments here on the Facebook page. It says, let me see.
Listen, okay. I'm missing the phones today.
Yeah, so he says, okay, this is in relation to the water. So he says, imagine this is 2024 and you're still having the same old problem from since I was small. Water being shut off when it's not water. It's electricity in modern times. Ridiculous. So that's from one Facebook user. We have another question. She's just his wife. She ain't nothing to do. The country, all the people have to do is respect as his wife. That's another comment. Someone says she was called Lady Simmons' unofficial title. Someone here says here, another Facebook user, there is nothing wrong with calling the PM's wife First Lady. We do the same for the two wives of pastors, bishops, and other male Christian religious leaders' wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we call them First Ladies. So
yeah.
Listen. Or you know what? Maybe they should just call her Lady Drew, since we have Lady Simmons. Just because we know the king's wife. She is.
Yeah, but then monarchs have a different structure to.
And they normal people like us too.
Yeah, but I mean, they actually have titles.
Okay.
Dukes, Duchess, Baroness. They actually have those official titles that are bestowed.
And they do have ladies, Lady Diana. Because wasn't she Lady Diana before she became Princess Diana?
Yes. So the monarch is a whole different situation, a whole different kettle of fish.
But the fact that our laws and our constitution and most of these things are derived from that. Okay, since we don't want to use First Lady because we think we're copying, let's use Lady Drew. How about that?
Yeah. So it says
yeah, but
here,
it's a big thing.
I'm looking at now the YouTube. The YouTube. It says, good morning. There is no special title and there doesn't need to be one. This is someone on the YouTube page, a comment. Good morning. There's no special title and there's no need to be one. We have enough of that nonsense already. So someone says here, there is a title already. It's called wife or Mrs. We need to focus on other meaningful things. Someone else says, so what all this chattering about concerning Dr. Drew's wife? Even in churches, the pastor's wife is called First Lady. So you have mixed views on it. And again, as we indicated, the term First Lady is an unofficial title. And I think what persons are concerned about is, it has, in recent time, the Prime Minister having, a spouse. And so persons, I think a lot of the concerns is, how does one function? What are the parameters? What are, in terms of travel, is it part of the expenses of the states? Is a personal expense? These are the concerns that people have, and I think, legitimately so. Persons will have concerns, and if not concerns, questions. I think some persons just have legitimate questions that they need or would like answers to in terms of how things are being done.
Okay. Fair is fair.
Yes.
Just questions, because I'm sure everybody wants to know and wants to be informed. So that's it. That's it. Listen,
Yes.
I don't know how prime ministers do it. Do I want to know? No, because when I lay down to sleep, I just want to sleep. I don't want to care what anyone thinks about me. I just can't. It's just a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot being a head of state.
And this
you have to have a broad back.
This user is talking about first man. I'm wondering if they mean that, we know Natasha Gray is married. And
Oh,
is
so
the
if she
leader of,
becomes prime minister, then it'll
yes.
be the first man.
so
What? First gentleman, yes, let's make it fancy.
So the person here put down the first man thing. So yeah, so to first. So
I know Jamsta's mic isn't working, but Jamsta, what do you call the husband of the Governor General if she's married? Why did I say if she's married? Oh boy.
I don't think that again. These are.
But Jamsa, do you think there should be a big issue with the title of First Lady
Jamsa
being
can't
it that
speak right now,
I
right?
know, but I can hear him and I can relay for him.
Yeah, but
but
you,
Jamsta,
but no one else is going to hear his response. I could hear you, but for the point that we're on radio, no one else is going to hear his
then
response.
we could say I know, I get,
So
but we can say what he says. Yeah,
you'd
so
be like
it's not going to be as sweet. It's not going to be as sweet.
So
Okay.
you're asking him questions that no one can hear his response to.
But we can relay his
us.
response correctly. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yes.
Not all the time.
So we have someone who says just called, and the woman by the title on her marriage certificate.
You're a rough boy.
So it's varying comments. You have varying comments as it relates to it.
So
I mean,
oh my God.
yeah. So we have varying comments.
But do you see how we are? So it's okay for us to call Miss Graybrook's husband the first husband, right? If that happens, but we don't want the first lady.
So yeah, other comments. So
yeah, first gentleman, but we don't want a first lady. First gentleman, exactly. But then no, because the president is the president, so he's the first gentleman. Yeah. And then the first, and then so the second gentleman. I have to Google that.
You see how as we as you see, I just see you thinking, and as the conversation go about, it's. I mean, we all, and this is probably something Jamster would say. Jamster would say this. And
Jamster, hope you're listening.
In for the fact that you can't speak right now and be heard, Jamster would say something now. We're all caught up with titles. You understand? Yes. Because at the end of the day, I mean, the conversation has been about title.
Yeah.
What title do you give somebody?
Yeah.
And I mean, it is an unofficial title. You understand? I don't know that there is any law or any provision in place that we have that gives the Prime Minister's wife the official title of First Lady. But I mean, the whole conversation for this past time has been about title and how do we refer to an individual, And so, yeah.
It's rough. Well, I guess each his own. We don't have it, so I guess we shouldn't use it, right? That's just me saying that. I don't know. But I didn't see a big thing with it. I just thought it was nice because we have a leading lady again. Oh, I see. I don't want to say anything and then I get in trouble. We have the prime minister has a wife. And that's nice because we see all these other countries, the prime ministers have a wife, and some our country, our prime ministers don't have wives. So it's I just think it's a nice show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a wife and the little pomp, I didn't see a problem with it. That's just my opinion, but to each his own. Yeah.
Yeah, to each his own.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We have a call.
Caller, go ahead. You're live on LNT. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Am I being heard?
Hi,
Yes, you're being
loud
heard.
and clear, sir.
Yes.
How are you?
This conversation about what do we call the spouse of the prime minister? The spouse of the prime minister, the spouse of the prime minister.
Oh, wow.
There's no provision in our constitution for a role for the spouse of the prime minister.
Okay.
The next thing we're going to be asking, do we call, as they do in the United States, the vice president's spouse second? Are we now going to be calling the spouse of the deputy prime minister second lady?
So
utter nonsense. We have more important things to worry about: water supply, reliable water and electricity supply, medicines in the hospitals, etc. Than this silly thing. It's part of our obsession with titles. We insist on having people referred to as the Honorable Representative of Constituency X or the Honorable Minister of this, and we keep referring to them ad nauseum as honorable. Okay, and this has grown over the years since 1983. Okay, we have a United Kingdom election taking place shortly. There's all the talk, all the discussion, all the conversation. You listen to the BBC and its regular news bulletins, you listen to conversations. No one talks about the Right Honorable Rishi Sunak. They say, let's talk about Rishi Sunak. They simply call him Sunak or Richie. We used to refer to Boris Johnson. No one went through all of this.
But Mr. Warner,
important thing.
But Mr. Warner, let me ask a quick question, Izzy. Sometimes when we call the prime ministers, like if we say Simmons or Drew, people say like we're being disrespectful. And the fact that you just mentioned that, like they say Boris or they say Sunak, do you find that as being disrespectful?
For me, I respect the person. First thing I respect the office, regardless of who holds the office, and I refer to that person as the prime minister. Okay. The adding of the honorable prime minister is optional for me. I respect the person's office, the prime minister, the governor general, the deputy prime minister, the minister of whatever the position may be. The addition of the word honorable is for me an optional thing. But there are some people who insist, and we have now added, we now not just refer to some of our public officials as whatever it is, we insist on adding their middle names. Okay, because somehow that adds some importance to them.
But
get on with calling the person's name, get on with what you're talking about them, rather than adding this air of self-importance.
But Mr. Warner,
what people call people in the... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what you were saying. I said this before. I said this. It's all about titles and affixing a title in terms of the first lady. This is an unofficial title, and persons are so fixated in fixing a title to a position that isn't official. You understand? For the sake of just having a title affixed.
Yes, but what is this is a wedge to spend public funds on on things carried out by persons unelected, persons unprovided for in our constitutional makeup.
And that is what
many people don't recognize this. Let me tell you something about the United States of America, about so many of us try to emulate things. In the United States of America, the prime minister, the president is provided for. The president lives in the White House. The food consumed by the president is not paid for by the state. It's paid for by the president. The staff prepares the food in the kitchen. is paid for by the state. But the food that the president eats is not paid for by the state. The only time the food the president eats is paid for by the state is if there is a state dinner. If the president invites over a member of Congress for discussions, for dinner, whatever it is, for breakfast, for lunch, he has to pay for it. If the first lady is traveling, or any members of the president's family are traveling with the president on a non-official capacity, so let's say he's going off on vacation, they must refund the state to the tune of the equivalent of a first-class ticket that would have cost on that day. So, for example, when Obama went off to Hawaii on vacation, or Clinton went up to Martha's Vineyard, because he was on vacation, his family traveling with him, whilst he is provided provision for travel at all times, his family must refund the state in dollars, not a credit note, the equivalent of a first-class ticket for that travel. And so this notion, and so what we're trying to do here is to get the state to pay for expenses related to the spouses and the other relatives of elected and appointed officials. And when there's no such provision. Yeah. And if you call the spouse of the Prime Minister First Lady, what will you call the spouse of the Governor General, who is the head of state?
And these are
what are you going to call that person?
And these are the
if the person was male, would you call what do you call that person?
The first gentleman,
first lady, or first husband?
So Mr. Warner,
let's get off of this nonsense about calling
Mr. Warner,
the spouse of the ministers of government.
You are making some points, and these are the points that I have been making as well in relation to the whole topic. And again, when you have the spouse of the Prime Minister and you have certain activities being done, the question is, where are these monies coming from? Persons want to know, are these personal? Are these... So they're valid questions, because as of today, there's no official title granting certain provisions and certain opportunities or privileges in that capacity, in terms of government spending, in terms of government media and the like. So these are questions that people have.
Okay.
There's no provision in our Constitution for the spouses or partners of officials elected or appointed. So, for example, if the Prime Minister is going off, let's say, to the United Nations to perform his official duties, and the Prime Minister's spouse accompanies them, this person should have to pay, because the invitation to the United Nations or CARICOM or wherever it is to perform official duties are to the governmental official, not the government official and their spouse. It's not a wedding invitation or an invitation to someone's birthday party where you say, and the partner or and the spouse, okay? When the Prime Minister is performing his official capacity and the Prime Minister's partner or spouse are not a necessary requirement to be part of the official delegation, that person's expenses should be paid for by the Prime Minister, him or herself, by the Governor General, him or herself, or whatever it may be. We are trying to use wedge opportunities to increase spending valuable public money on things not provided for in our Constitution, not providing for, I would like someone to go through the budget detail and tell me where in it, when it comes to travel for public officials, is there a provision that provides for their partners?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If $1,000 is allocated to this government department for the year, how much of that $1,000 is expected to be spent on the relatives of the public official?
Yeah, and these are, as I said before,
it's probably zero.
And
because all of our political parties feed at this trough none of them is going to complain except when they may be in opposition and it is convenient for them to complain, because when they get into office, they will feed from the same trough.
But
that is one of the challenges.
What you've said is the same thing that I have been echoing this morning in terms of persons have legitimate questions as to the spending, because you have created, or persons in them might have created a position that's not consistent with any legislation or consistent with any rules. So in terms, when you see certain things being done, the question is, where are these monies coming from? Is it a personal thing? Is it a government thing? Is it an extension of the office? These are valid questions that persons are being asking.
An extension of the office is not the office. Incidental to is not the same as the substantive. Okay?
Yes.
It is not the same as substantive. Anyhow, I'm sure other people may want to have an opinion. May you all have a wonderful
you too.
Monday. I hope we get some more rain as we did yesterday. We do need these showers, because this 7 o'clock rush to have a shower at night could be rather stressful. You end up perspiring after having the shower. Thank you very much.
Mr. Warner, thank you for the humor. That is so true. That is so true. That happens to me.
So fill your bucket.
Yes, and as Azard said, put a little ice so it can settle for those of us who like freezy baths.
Yes.
Indeed.
But you see, the views that he has expressed,
Yeah.
I told you that's a lot of what persons are asking. Those are the legitimate questions
So
that
we need the
persons
Prime
are
Minister
asking.
to come and tell us.
We're going to take a 9:30 break, with this topic.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Magnum, my brand. Everybody put a Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, let me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum when me have in a me hand there. He are a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a Magnum for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Feel the magic happening. Campari. Taste.
Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
No, because it just literally popped back in my mind, because I see the buzz.
So we're back on Island Tea, and we're feeling the coolness in the studio. We're feeling the
I'm gonna beat up Jamster, you know. I'm gonna beat up Jamster. That's all I have to say. I wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready. You ever listen to that commercial?
Yes, exactly. I wasn't ready. It's who said that? Kevin Hart, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, because we're busy having side conversation.
Yes.
A caller? Okay. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T. The fun we have here in the morning. Well, Azard, there are some comments here, right? So, Carlisle Paris says, what's the big deal? Just give her respect. Burl Jones said, thanks, caller. More important things to discuss. The country's in a lot of trouble, more than we can see down the road. The capital projects are on hold. It will affect crime. And Burl Jones said, and social programs are in jeopardy. He also says, the projects can get completed. People are complaining about the hospital wing in Nevis. It can't get completed in 7 to 8 years now. He also said only 2 model homes built in St. Kitts this far. Where is the 600 houses for last year? But now at the end of June, we should have 900 houses built. He goes on to say, what about the outcry in Nevis about the 15% parliamentary salary increase that's so unconstitutional, according to Daly?
Yeah, so Burl has really been in the news, and Burl has really have a lot of questions. You know, you talk about the 15% increase for division parliamentarians, and you have persons.
Is that 15? Sorry to interrupt. That 15% is added to the 33%, or that's just for the other folks, and not.
It's not added in the sense that because you have the federal position, and you also have the what you call the local position, the NIA, and so this is just a situation where they have persons who sit in both the NIA, in the NIA, and also sit on the federal. So those persons would have the privilege of getting those increases, you know. And there has been some talk as to the constitutionality of it, in terms of based on the press release that was sent and information that garnered, that it came out from a cabinet, but persons are questioning the legality of it, and whether or not that should have been something passed in the NIA at the National Assembly. So that is what Burl is referring to there when he says the increase that, according to Daly, seems unconstitutional. Burl is talking about also the 2 model homes that have been built in St. Kitts, you know, that the Labour government indicated some time ago that they would build 600 homes per year. That 600 per year is not inclusive, or was not inclusive in the 2 model homes that they spoke about. But clearly we have seen that it's only the 2 model homes that have been built, and there is the years are passing, and of the 600 per year, I have not seen one built yet. Perhaps if there are persons out there who have seen the model homes being built, not the modern homes, the actual homes being built, you know, again, they said 600 per year. So if there are persons out there who have information about these houses being built, you know, information that we have not seen, you know, houses that we have not seen, if there are houses that are being built and we have not seen them, you know, you can give us the information, because clearly we are still not seeing these houses being built.
Okay, so I have to go back to this before we finish it up. So a listener just sent me a nice little excerpt, which I'm liking. She said, I'm listening to the discussion. The official title lady is the wife of a person who has been knighted. Dr. Simmons is knighted and officially is referred to as Sir Kennedy. So it follows his wife is Lady Simmons.
And that's why I'm saying
Dr. Drew is not knighted, so it's incorrect to refer to his wife as Lady Drew.
And that's why I'm saying too, in terms of, because the whole knighthood again is part of certain titles. And so when you spoke about the monarch and you know, and yeah, and again, the first lady, as we've said, and we made the position here, and I said before, it's an unofficial title, so there's nothing recorded, at least from my knowledge, in the law that says, you know, this person, once marrying the prime minister, shall be called first lady. Okay. You understand? We haven't seen that, and so yes, and so that is why so many persons have questions, and that's why you have so much talk as relates to it. You know, it's at the end of the day. Hello.
Okay, there's a next comment here on our YouTube page, Azard, and it says the problem is most people don't understand how the governments work or allocates money. That's why they support politicians blindly. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Go ahead. Okay. So, you know, also
no, we're not getting.
Yeah, we're not getting calls.
Keep trying.
Today has just been a day. Okay.
As Burl said, Ras, we can't get a blight today. Burl, we apologize.
Burl, if you were.
Yeah, but obviously Burl's not working. That's why he's saying, Ras, we can't get a blight today. Burl, have you been trying? Let us know, please.
You know, Burl have already called in and given his opinion. Burl will not have been missing this
Burl's
segment.
Not getting. We have a caller?
Hello, caller.
Good morning. You're live on Island T.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning, Gregory. Jamsa says that God is on your side.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Greetings in Jesus' name.
Amen, Gregory. Thank you. Same to you.
No, what I would like to say is that concerning the issue that you were talking a bit earlier concerning titles, you know, you all mentioned the pastor's wife is called First Lady. And you see, this is the thing. The churches love to bring the garbage of the world into the church.
Oh boy.
These things may have the place in the world, but not in the church. When you bring them into the church, they are garbage because they do not belong in the church.
Okay.
They might be okay in the world. They might be okay in the world. I have no problem with that. It's a worldly thing. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
But when you bring them into the church, they're garbage. And all of these things about your highness, your holiness, Pope this, elder this, deacon this, that sort of stuff. Preacher this, pastor that. These things, titles are not a church thing when you read the Bible properly. When in the Bible, when they call each other, call them by their name. You never had anybody in the Bible calling each other pastor this, pope this, apostle this, prophet that, first lady. No, titles is not a church thing. But today, we have taken the things of the world and dragged them into the church. You know, yes, elders and deacons are the names of the office, but they were never used as titles. But we the church too love to follow the world and drag the things of the world into the church. And these are the problems I have with churches, and when I speak out against them, means a confusion.
Oh Lord.
But what I'm telling them is what you find in the Bible. So yes, I have no problem with titles being used in the world, but it is wrong dragging these worldly things into the church and attitudes and behaviors into the church. They do the church no good. They do the church a lot of damage because they create a kind of elitism in the church. Leave the elitism in the world. Don't bring it in the church.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Wow. Gregory Jam says the button that allows him to talk isn't working. So you missed out hearing, and I'm going to reiterate what he said. He says he wholeheartedly agree with everything that you just said. So caller, go ahead. Good morning, Alive and Allen T.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you doing?
I am great. Thank you, Greg. Good morning, Greg. I'm on this side with you. This time with that, what you're saying.
Aye.
That the church is hauling in the things of the world in the church. When it's supposed to be the other way around. The church supposed to lead and let the world follow the church. The chain don't lead. The cattle, the neck rope, pull the chain. That tie on the cattle. Too many activities were going on in the church. They pull them in from the world. What is belongs to the world, let it stay in the world. What is belongs to the church, let it stay in there. And those who would be saved, who should be saved, would be saved, and they will come to the church. Now, I want to ask.
Hello?
When this government here in sync, the federal government, the Labour government that is ruling now, when they first got in there, 15 of them make the entourage that went to United Nations. Did the United Nations invite 15 of them? That's the question I have to ask. Are they invited the Prime Minister and the other 14 went on their own? Who paid the ticket? The taxpayers, or each of them pay their own ticket? Well, I noticed that WINNFM contage the telephone virus that's plaguing the nation. Sometimes the phone working, sometimes it ain't working. This morning I was trying to call you all, and I heard you all was saying, yes, caller, but you couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you all.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah,
Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
We normally don't like when we can't hear our callers, so we humbly apologize for that.
But you know what happened now? This Flow telephone company, it need a vaccine because it's affecting private places, business places, whose telephone are licensed as a business phone. And when the phone is not working, that company or business, they are losing money. And that is a vaccination that the telephone company needed in St. Kitts. because it isn't Win FM alone radio station experiencing that. All the radio station them experiencing that, and private homes and other houses. Now, the 600 houses that the government said they were going to build a year, I think they need to rephrase that and call it 600 airline travel per year.
Oh, boy.
Thank you very much, because only 2 houses built. And a house is not a home until someone lives in it. So they need to change the grammar when they're saying they're going to build 600 homes.
Oh,
they're building houses. Thank you all very much for listening.
You're welcome. Thank you for your contribution as well.
And again, I agree. I agree with Mr. Warner, the first caller.
Yes.
I agree with him 100%. And Greg make a statement there, like I said. The church pulling in all the trash and garbage out there and bringing them in the church. And the Bible is against those kind of things. Anyway, thank you all for listening.
You're welcome.
Great show.
Thank you. Caller, go ahead. You're live on LNT. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Kortensia.
Hey, bro, you got through.
Yeah, well, I guess I just wanted you to hear my voice. Anyway, how are you doing today? I hope
I'm
you guys are
good.
pretty good.
We are. What about you?
Yeah, pretty good. I just want to get really pointed a little bit. This government came in the good governance agenda, right? And when we look at all that's happening right now, we got to start really looking ahead. You know what I mean? Saturday and the weekend that's gone makes the end of 4 weeks that we heard about this MSR cases that was filed. And my problem is, right, if we are trying to limit this corruption and eradicate it, I can't see not even one person move in the whole Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. With all of the alleged corruption, not even one man moved in 4 weeks in terms of protesting against this corruption. And then on the Nevis side, we heard about this increase in parliamentary members, 15%. And I was listening to a commentary over the weekend, Saturday, on the radio station 2020 Vision Radio, and the guy Daly, one of the hosts, he said that this stuff is unconstitutional. And in my mind, I'm just saying to myself, St. Kitts and Nevis is the only place that I'm not seeing any protests happening. The opposition, to me, there's no opposition across the Narrows. So the people got to realize, if there's no opposition, there's going to be reckless spending. These guys are going to run away with the governments on both islands. So it's only the people that can take that mantle up, because I ain't seeing not one politician, any leader of any party, who is trying to get to the top. They haven't seized this moment at all. And this is the time when even the Prime Minister himself, if he so wants to see corruption eradicated and he comes in on this good governance agenda, after the election is over, his duty was supposed to be to unite the people. He should be one of the first persons in the street right now, even protesting against corruption himself. And what of all of the other leaders of all the other parties? Not one of them galvanize any of their supporters and go in the street. And me personally, that's what I want to see happen in St. Kitts and Nevis on both sides of the Narrows.
I just wish
if there's no...
Go ahead.
Come. Because if they don't protest about these...
But they're never gonna... Do you think...
The status quo is going to remain. Status quo is going to remain.
Yeah, but...
There is so much talk in St. Kitts and Nevis. Man, this allegation of corruption is through the roof. Man, the reports are coming out like every second of the day. So this is social media time. We are going to see the reports. We're going to get the reports, even when our own governments didn't give us the transparency. We are getting the transparency right now. And this stuff is real. This stuff is not fake at all. The people in St. Kitts and Nevis, they're hypnotized. They're hypnotized by these politicians. And it's too much party politics. This CBI program is a national asset, and it's being gravely affected right now. Just imagine if these EU countries impose visa restrictions on us, like how Canada did in 2014, then our passports are going to lose value. It's not going to be that attractive anymore. and the CBI program will be greatly affected. Then the capital projects going to be affected. The social programs are going to be affected. And then you know what the end result is going to be? A spike in crime.
Yep.
So right now, I want to see persons galvanize themselves and go in the street. You know, the guy Daly and Neighbors, where is his party leader at? Where those guys, some of them, you know, the guys them that's like lawyers and stuff like that, why don't they represent the people? You know, some of this stuff is legal, and somebody have to pull out the permits, the permits to go in the street and protest. And that's what they need to be doing now. And if they don't do it, then these politicians, they're going to get away with yet another grave. They're going to get away with this stuff again. They're going to get away with all this corruption stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those recycled politicians, they need to go home. We need new people. We need new ideas. Azard, man, I wish you the best going forward, man. A lot of people got the eyes on you, man. Don't keep the status quo, bro.
Yeah, I hope he's
All
listening.
Make sure you come different, Azard. That's
Well,
the only thing
I'm
that's man.
hoping that you will join the fight too, because you seem how should I say?
Yeah.
You are
when they put that Brian clause back like how it was.
Oh, so you can have Jewel. Okay.
Yeah. When they.
So what if that never happens?
Back to how it was.
What if that never happens?
When they put that Brian clause back to how it was before Douglas touched it. When they put it back to how it was before Douglas touched it, then I'll be home. I'll be home to represent my people.
Because you sound like a great candidate.
Have a good day, Kortensia, man.
You too.
Come again?
I said you sound like a good candidate.
Again,
so what happened if they never take it off? Then we won't ever have your representation.
I'll just have to try to contribute in different ways.
Oh boy! All right, bro. Thank
but
you.
I want to see the people go in the street, man. It's the only way we're going to get results. Let's see what's going on in Kenya. All right, you guys have a good day. Thanks.
You too. Thank you for your contribution. Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good morning, folks. Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. How are you?
I laugh because what the gentleman is saying, he sounds good.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
Oh.
Only person going to go in the street is the small man.
Exactly.
And after that, he's crushed.
Yep. Because nobody's
the
there
lawyer's
to.
going to stand on the side.
Yep.
And hoping that something happens that gives them the opportunity to get to the position where they want to catapult to.
Yeah.
That's how we operate. And if you get in trouble, don't look for them to promotify you. No, it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
You have to understand Sinkit people. If you have a problem with somebody, a large firm in Sinkit, there's no way easily a lawyer going to come out and represent you. As far as they're concerned, you have no case.
Mm-hmm.
It does not exist. People have to live in Sinkit to understand how this country runs and operates.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you are not Mr. So-and-so and Mrs. So-and-so, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Can't you hear how Snellman cry out just now?
Yeah.
Because we're trying to give other people names, more names than what they really have.
Yeah.
I have seen Governor General, and we didn't have any Governor General then, Governor's wife, and so on, step out into doing flowers and gardening in the patronage of His Excellency, Lady Arundel and so on, and they do certain things because when they say things, certain things will happen in communities. People right now, they into themselves and what they could get and what they could do for themselves and their family. Nobody's studying anybody. I don't know what you're talking about. Protest? Lawyers protest? Not in this country.
Oh, boy.
You didn't hear the statement. I have closed the sugar industry. And not one protest happened on the street in Sinkit. Everybody wants to know how I do that. The only and the main industry on the island was closed. And everybody wagged their tail and keep quiet.
Yep.
The Central Marketing Corporation was sold. And everybody keeps silent. And now that all these things are done, look at the SSMC, the equipment at the SSMC are in ruin. I have been to the United Kingdom and the United States and where they had factories and certain industries. And the equipment are properly cared for in a shed. And you have tours into those areas. We have locomotives that are disappearing in rain and the elements are destroying those equipment when they could have been a place where once could have gone and have a tour. It's our past and it's our national heritage. But as long as somebody is happy and they're belly full and they're hungry and they are not hungry, they tell you, hungry belly keep heart. One of these days they're going to get better.
Yep.
Well, they're feeling themselves.
Yep.
I don't know. One of these days things will get better. I hope we change towards others.
Yep, one day.
We have to change our attitude towards others. I think I have said enough. Have a good day, folks.
Thank you for your contribution. And folks, this is where we have to shut it down for today. Spin Cycle is up next. We don't have any money matters today. Spin Cycle is up next. And Jamses asks that you bear with him. He'll just play some lovely music, but he still won't be able to talk until he gets his mic fixed. So stay tuned. Listen to... Okay, and he says he's going to... I have to quote what he's saying. He says he's going to start off with some lovely music from the great Mary J. Blige's first album. So listen in, stay locked, stay tuned. Thank you for 1992. Oh my gosh, Jamsa, I was pretty young then, boy. Now I feel old. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for tuning in this morning. On behalf of myself, Azard, and Jamsa, it's always a pleasure coming to you in the mornings. Have a safe, enjoyable day. And as they say, if you can't be good, you be careful. Have a good one.